True peace, true peace. It's your brother Lawiy Zodok Shamuel, aka Nabuhu Unu, for the new unified temple. I want to touch on the things that I have been doing lately and the documents that I have put forward. Pretty much another call out to all the nations and kingdoms and empires that are ready to build. There's one in particular that's already in place with the African Federation Kingdom, but just wanted to inform people on what I have pretty much documented and put together. There's two particular charters that I have already done. One to create our own General Assembly, and another to create two General Assemblies pretty much. One on an empire level, an imperial level, and another on a national level. And I communicate with a lot of different entities out there and organizations, and also spiritual groups, so to say, and already nations that are already trying to solidify themselves, whether they're in the works on it now or are old tribal or indigenous nations that are already established, and pretty much trying to help with the establishing of who we are as a people and help further along our progress, coming out of the bondage that we have been in for the past 400 to 500 years, and pretty much help solidify with the change that is coming about on the planet, and just doing my part. There's a lot of ego that has been involved from what I have seen, and with the things that I have done myself, and with a lot of the groups that and organizations that I either been working with or on the verge of contracting with. And it's already enough tyranny that we deal with, and egotistical type things that, I want to say shit, yes, things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. And I mean, it's pretty much time up for that. Like, people rather go contract with beings and organizations that have that pretty much have no plans on helping us, and no involvement with our benefit. And not just to say us as an ethnicity, but as humanity as a whole. It's one thing when someone can say they're doing that, but it's another when their actions actually show forth. Like, we need more organizations that are helping with creating safer environments for the children of the next generation, and also as of now, in the now. Organizations that are helping people get out of their 9-to-5 situations, because they know the tyranny of the monetary system that we're in. And not with just in these patriot movements or these sovereignty movements or anything like that. Like, we as our own people have to learn that we're going to have to help ourselves also at the end of the day. We can't depend on no other ethnicity, no other culture, and no other organism to help take care of us, because us as Nubians, we are one organism, which is a natural law, a universal law. And it's not it's not hard to get. It's not hard to get. It's pretty much time and growth. And you don't see things as a baby, and pretty much it's time for those that are between borderline to get your shit together, stand on your square, Um, Me, I'm doing what I can. I'm willing to discipline myself in any way possible, in any way I can. Studying, learning, um, putting in the due diligence, putting in the work, investing, which is a number one thing. Not just investing your money, but your time into making this a better place. We need more than just currency. We need actual people that have pieces to this puzzle that want to help out and make a change. Like, everybody has to play their part, especially in this organism that we are as a people. You know, everybody can't be the brain, everybody can't be the mouth, and a lot of mouth runners. Everybody can't be the eyes, everybody can't be the ears. So, you know, just whatever you good at, whatever you specialize at, play your role. Do what you yourself you feel that fits you best, and you feel like it'll help us progress as a people. Just doing that is enough. And also networking, reaching out, um, that right there is pretty much, it's enough. Universe will work with you. You work with the universe will work with you. And especially in a quantum view, um, it's time out for the slavery and the labor, and pretty much it's mental bondage now, because I don't like to use the word slavery, because if most that don't know this now, Nubians are not Slavic. We're Nubians. Um, we were put under bondage and pretty much kidnapped. In other words, crimes against humanity. It's another story though, right? But it's mental bondage that we're still dealing with, the last phase of that, I guess, or it's still a phase in people's life, like, teenagers go through when they start smelling themselves. It's like, it's a new world out here, and, I mean, everybody not gonna see. Those who see will see, those who hear will hear, The blind shall lead the blind, which it's been a lot of that going on. And even just with me doing what I have been doing, as far as with the Noon Project, and getting the order off the ground, the New Ethiopian Order, fraternity and sorority. It's a they didn't create these zombie movies and all this other stuff for no reason. There's people that's out here really that asleep, really that mentally dead, and they still looking for somebody to worship, or still looking for somebody to pretty much take care of them on a whole nother level that you and I understand. Like, the self-hate runs deep. I know many people hear about that and then they hate. Well, yeah, they become haters. Pretty much try to debunk the parapsychology that us as Nubians went through with the bondage, the whole bondage thing. And you can't debunk that, because you still see remnants of it today. Doesn't matter. Even through the complexity, people's complexions don't even matter. That we all mixed up now. So, but you still see the mental bondage on so many different levels, and the egotistical mind frames. And I'm not saying that there shouldn't be a hierarchical structure. Nature puts things in that format by nature. That's nature's job, not no one else's job to come pretty much reign their status over you or anything like that. The work that they put in should already let you know. The fruits of their labor should already let you know that this person should be venerated, respected, and honored. If you have no fruits of labor, who's gonna honor that? Who's gonna respect that? I mean, I ain't talking about just filing paperwork, none of that. What are you out here actually doing for humanity? Like, there's people minds that are twisted, land. There's so much shit. Yes, I'm saying shit that could be done. Um, like me myself, I'm just getting started on pretty much my mission. I'm still in the beginning stages. You haven't even seen me lay the foot down yet, and I'm already, you know, making a lot of moves. So even just with the paperwork, yes, with the paperwork, but like I haven't even got to doing the things that I actually got planned on yet. So I haven't even planted my feet yet, and it's like I already see, you know, the muck and the maya and the bull corn with the people that claim to want to help us, and they're not really putting down any solid groundwork. And it's like, okay, it's hard to say this, but even my generation, it sounds similar like Tupac and what he was saying. Like, it's fucked up that our generation has to pick up the slack that the generation before us left, right? So, you know, that goes to say, what I'm doing is not a lot as of right now, you know, like, and there's much more that I could be doing, and there's much more that I will be doing, especially for the planet and her being an entity itself, getting in tune with that, helping others getting in tune with that, especially being a spiritual guide to people is the best way that I know how and the best way that I was taught, you know, because I was taught by an actual spiritual master, you know, not in person, but in spirit. I'll explain my journey, I guess, when the time comes fit to, or the conditions are correct. But, you know, be a spiritual guide as much as I can and help out as much as I can with nature and forward the progress in our liberation as a people, and not just as Nubians, but as, you know, the entire humanity as a whole, because it's not just even about us. Like, as much as and this is one of the things that I really have been seeing this week, as much as our people, yes, Nubian people, want to say the white man did this, the white man doing that, leapers are doing, sorry for the misnomer, but leapers are doing this, leapers are doing that. Most white people, or leapers, my bad, don't even know what's really going on in their own system and society. So the blame game, the victimize, the mind of playing like a victim, gotta stop. It's over with. There's no more excuses. If you're popping and saying that you're gonna do this and do that, you're doing this for our people, then show it. Come to the forefront. It's time to reveal yourself. We complain about the Illuminati this, the Illuminati that. What are you doing to change it? It's like a bully. Once you stand up to the bully, right, you really realize that they really more scared than you. They really don't know what to do, no more than you. So instead of talking about the problem, try to understand the problem in a whole. 2 + 2 = 4, 2 times 2 = 4, and solve it. Come up with more solutions. Build on solutions. 2 rights make another right. 2 wrongs make another wrong. Health. We have to change our health and start creating our own farms, teaching one another how to farm, getting into our own resources, trades, imports, exports. This stuff is simple. We make it more complicated than what it actually is. And there's a lot of black businesses or black people that are in business that rather go contract and work in somebody else's system, and they don't even own their own business at the end of the day. You don't have no equitable title over your business. So we got to do better, people. I'm here to help. I have organizations that are set in place, courses that I'm doing on financial administration for people to learn how to take control of their own finances and own their own businesses, gain the equitable title to their own businesses. Spiritual centers, things that we're doing with the Noon Project and the whole nine is pretty much, we're going to be implementing and bringing a lot of things to the forefront that our people in the public genre or venue is not seeing, or at least me myself would, and the people that are involved with, things like the humanities and want to change the world, sovereignty movement, patriot movement, things in that nature that you're not seeing, and everybody's unique, so I don't want to say it like we're just super special, but everybody's unique in their own way, and I love to work with unique people, so I welcome all the help, the questions. Let's question each other, question everything. Like, you're supposed to question religion, you're supposed to question your own spirituality, you're supposed to question yourself. Who are you? Who are you? Are you fueling the problem? Are you part of the problem? Are you part of the solution? Are you helping with the solution? Are you affording solutions? At the end of the day, the fruits of your labor is going to show. Your actions is going to speak louder than your words. And your attention is going to speak louder than your actions and your words. So let it be known and let it be remembered always who you are, what you are, and who we are, and what we are as a people. All day on Facebook, black people, these the kings, the originators. Okay, show forth in that. We should be number one with helping change the economy, but technically we're not. We're number one with talking about the change in the economy. I see that a lot. And if you're doing things in the private, bring it to the public venue. Doesn't have to be popular, doesn't have to be famous. Lights, cameras, action. Your vibe attracts your tribe, so you are what you attract. If you don't want to associate with crazy people, don't advertise to crazy people. It's a thing called target market and marketing. So like I said, those who see will see. Like Martin. And those who hear will hear. Matthew 24:24. A lot of people will come saying that they are the Christ, this, that, and the third, and even confuse the elite of us. Right? So just come and get your shit together and let's do this. Let's do what we gotta do. And sorry for the profanity. But, you gotta talk to some people like that so they can get the message. And for those of my elders, sorry for my vulgar. As the master Toon Ray would say, parlez-vous français. If you want to see more about what we're doing, you can go to allnubiansunite.org. Get involved. Help. We're coming with humanitarian projects, the whole nine. If you want to learn more about finances and what's going on with the world's economy system and monetary system, go to newwealthnetwork.com. Get involved. If you have information, you have experience, help, get involved. In some form or fashion, we all have played the victim, even myself. So, like I said, it's pretty much time out for that. What time is it? kingdom building time, empire building time. It ain't no coinky dink that came out with the TV show Empire. Right? The distractions, the folly, it's enough. And I'm pretty sure everybody feels the same way. There's nothing wrong with joking, laughing, a little silliness. You know, a little silliness, not wrong, a little silly. But when it's time to get serious about our legacy, creating something for our children, that's number one on the list. That's top priority, Jack. That's top priority. The mind is a terrible thing to waste, and we've been doing that for too long. I was saying this earlier today in a conference with some of my fellow brothers and sisters. If you don't govern your mind, somebody else is going to govern it for you. If you don't become who you are, somebody else is going to be you for you. Not no coinky dink that identity theft is pretty much one of the number one crimes other than human trafficking on the planet. And also off the planet, if you want to be technical. Right. Watch Star Wars. Enough is enough. Just play your part, play your role. Be who you are and what you are. And I'm going to continue to say this. I'm going to practice what I preach. I'm not just saying it either. If I'm doing something wrong, correct me. If some of my information is wrong, provide me with the correct information. Enlighten me. Not with the blinding L-I-G-H-T, but L-I-T, light as a feather. Feathers of my art for those who are familiar with supreme balance. Keeping everything balanced. Nature. And let's do what we got to do. You know? And this is pretty much afforded to all those who know me personally, and even those that don't know me personally, because it's time for the egotistical thinking. We enjoy competing rather than cooperating with each other. Who's better than this and who's better at that? Put down the I'm sorry. Excuse my French. Put down the remote control. You're watching too much football. Too much. I'm not saying kill all the competition, especially the friendly competition to, you know, to progress forward and to get work done. That's cool, but we competing with one another on so many subliminal levels. It's ridiculous, and we wonder why there's no progress, no unity. It ain't the leaper's fault. It ain't the white man's fault. They know more about us than we do. They waiting on us to wake up. It's people you can look up. Richard Smith, he out there. These people are out there. They speaking. So ain't no excuses. We got everything we need in place. So let's get the job done. I want to help with the spiritual community, especially because this is where a lot of the harm has been done in our psychology, in our spirit, in our soul. And there's not many people that know how to heal those things. There's people that know how to heal the body, the vessel. But there's an entity, a car, your body. It's something, an entity that drives that car inside of you. And that needs to be healed. Because there's a lot of mental programming. The programming is strong. Strong. We don't know who we are no more. What we are. What we can do. The powers that you have. Knowledge is power. It's wealth also. And wealth is health. So, let's get the job done. Contact me. You want to reach me? Email me, lawiy@live.com. I'll email you right back. Not too far away from my email. I'm on there because I'm always doing business. I just finished setting up classes for my new Wealth Network members, which will be starting very soon, to become teaching other people how to be mentors. And we also gonna be servicing people health products. And I also have more, the things that we need to get the job done. Go read Book of Revelations 2:17. I'll be here when you're ready. True peace to the gods.